Rev limiter is way gone.
Yes.
Awesome.
Now that Zach's done the first service of the bike, it's time to clean this thing up. We are going to start working on season 5 of the new bike build series, and if you don't know already, season 5 will feature a 2020 BMW S1000RR and a 2019 Aprilia RSV4 1100 factory. The winner of season 5 new bike build series will be able to choose one of those motorcycles to keep for themselves. The other bike I will keep, and we will use that for season 6 of the new bike build series, in addition to another unnamed motorcycle. In today's episode, Zach is going to do first service on our brand new 2020 S1000RR. He's going to remove the pesky rev limit and do some other cool things. Our good buddy Zach, the master mechanic.
How's it going, everybody?
Hey.
We're back. You brought the bike back with you. You got
Yes.
400 miles on it. That's
402
awesome.
miles.
402 miles, even better. So we're ready for the break-in service. Which
Okay.
This motorcycle pretty much consists of an oil change. I'm going to use the BMW 5W40 synthetic oil.
Okay.
The larger 779 oil filter. So I've gone through the owner's manual too, since finally got that in.
Okay.
Found out it has some other cool features. We got besides having the shock straight up and down with this swing arm setup, it's also farther away from the engine, you can see. So
Yes.
that helps keep it cooler. So when your suspension, just like everything else, it performs better at one temperature than being 2,000 degrees.
Yes.
Where before it was right in there. We can also, if you look up here, I know we pointed out the linkage, but this is an adjustable ride height. They give you like 4 millimeters of adjustment. So you can crank that and you can make the bike higher or lower, because it also, back like it did in 2010, has an adjustable swing arm pivot. So we can raise and lower the swing arm pivot, which changes the pitch of the bike, and that helps mainly on quarter entry and stuff. Not stuff you're really gonna mess around with on the street.
Okay.
But if you're trying to shave seconds off a lap time, that's when you start messing around with that stuff. So it looks like we got our plug back here for the diagnostic machine. It's your standard OBD2 style now. The odd thing we did recognize is the clip-ons are built into the upper triple tree.
Yeah.
It's kind of a different setup. I wonder if that's part of the reason we don't have to check the steering head bearing. I don't know. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but if you wanted to change the clip-ons, then you'd probably have to get a different upper triple tree.
Okay.
So it found the motorcycle. They're going to talk to each other. So these are all the computers that are on the CAN bus network inside the motorcycle. We got the DME is the engine electronic controller. This is our tire pressure monitor. This is our suspension. This is the dash. And this is what's called a satellite module or a ground module. It controls functions like heated grips and turn signals.
Okay.
So let's see here. We got, the rear wheel speed sensor. And you want to know why? Because burnout.
Burnout says that. Detected.
Whoops. Gotta scuff that tire in.
Yeah.
It's really, really important.
That's crazy.
All right, so we're going to delete this up.
So if a customer comes to you and says, I've never done a burnout, you can say no.
we can say, look,
Yeah.
So it turns itself on and off now. Let's see, that's actually currently working, so that's nice. That doesn't always work. I did just update it this morning, so there's always a chance we'll just crash and burn here too. All right, let's see. That's good. So now we're going to go in and get rid of that running in speed limit. Deactivate. Continue. Look at that.
Deactivated.
That took what, 30 seconds?
I know.
So the 2010 used to take a half hour.
Really?
Because we had to go through, we had to relearn the throttle position. We had to use a different program that was called CIP at the time.
Yeah.
It took 20 minutes for this program to boot up.
Wow.
Now it does it in 30 seconds. It's awesome. So up next, we're gonna warm the engine up a little bit just to get any particles that are not floating in the oil. Floating in the oil. It doesn't have to be hot, just warmish. Warmed up. We'll just lift the bike up in the air and start draining that. But while we're still down here, we want to check our clutch free play, which they changed the procedure for. Before, we'd be checking a gap up here, but there's not really a way to check a gap on this lever. So now we have to come out here to the end, which I don't like as much. And we're supposed to have 3 millimeters of free play, which we do. Got a different looking oil pan now.
Okay.
Smoother. The drain plug's in the front instead of in the back. Still a Torx 50. Oh, we're looking good. Not much metal on that at all.
Nice.
That's what we want to see. In typical German fashion, we moved the oil filter from the left side of the bike over to the right side of the bike. They like to do that to us as technicians. At least the fill's still here, and our sight glass is on the same side as the fill. That's nice.
Yes.
Before we had to run around the motorcycle. So this is actually an improvement.
Okay.
But we did add an extra size of bolt shoulder, of course. So you can see there's our long shoulder. We had that before. Now we have a medium shoulder and a short shoulder, just to make it confusing.
Oh yeah.
The long ones are pretty easy. They go wherever a rubber grommet is. This mid one is a new piece up in here. It goes through 3 fairings. That's why it exists. So not too difficult to tell, but you could mix it up and you can see. So if I put this one where this one should go, it's gonna tighten up, but it's not gonna actually hold the fairing. It would rock like that. So we're just letting that drain. We're gonna pull off the oil filter. Try not to burn ourselves. You've done this before for me.
I have, but not today, because you don't have that kind of time.
No. So we just pretty much let the oil drain at this point. And while that's happening, we could check some tire pressures.
Yes.
Make sure they stay put. Did you bring that up on the screen at all?
I saw it on there. I think it said 37 at one point.
Okay. Should be. I like to set them at 36 each. BMW recommends 42 in the rear wheel. That seems kind of high.
That does seem high to me.
But we're going to stick with our 36.
I like it. I like the way it feels.
Yeah. We're going to check our chain tension. They have us doing it right here. I'm going to say we're probably going to be a bit on the loose side. They're still sticking to that 45 to 50. Huh? We are actually within it, but I'm going to tighten it up just a hair.
Yes, please.
It's probably going to stretch, and it looks like it's hitting the pad.
I don't like that.
We're going to get closer to the 45 side. So we got our chain clean lubed and adjusted.
Looks great.
Back ready for the road. Now we can put our oil drain plug back in. It's new up front location here.
Drop it in that oil. What do you do in that case? Just fish for it?
Just fish.
Out of the hot oil?
Time to go fishing. Yep.
Wow.
It had the smaller oil filter on it. They always do from the factory. I have no idea why. This is the recommended, the one that's called for. It's a 779 part number.
Okay.
That's what should, hey, cooled off, cool. I just would have burnt that on my finger. This is what is called for in the parts fish, so.
Okay.
This is what we shall use. I like the color of this clutch cover. What do you think? It's gold.
Yeah. Looks like a magnesium-ish
Yeah.
color. I like it too. It matches the subframe and everything.
The engine's very silver.
Mm-hmm.
Get a shot of that goofy looking valve cover in there because of the shift cam.
Oh, never noticed that.
Because that's what makes torque possible.
Yep. I like how they have the VIN number stamped in plain view of the frame and everything.
I like that too. That makes my job much easier.
Yep.
Lots of steel braided line here.
Everywhere, yeah. Are we going to replace these with carbon fiber lines, I wonder?
I don't think so.
Okay, good. That means Zach doesn't want to do it, and it's not going to
I
happen.
don't think we're ever going to do it.
Okay.
That's a good thing. That means the oil pump is circulating oil. Okay. 4 quarts exactly put us in a really nice spot in the sight glass. I'm happy with that. No leaks from our oil filter. While we got this lower fairing off, we'll just take a quick peek, make sure there's no leaks coming from the valve cover gasket, head gasket, anything like that. Everything looks like it's plugged in still. We need to check our coolant level. See the coolant sloshing in the bottom there?
Yep.
As long as there's something in there, we're happy. So that's definitely a new location. Before we were right here.
Yep.
Easy to see. Brake pads, don't expect to see much anything there. Just kind of looking to make sure if there is any wear that it's even. Wiped off the oily fingerprints. Got the lower fairing on. We just got to take it for a quick test ride. Sign the owner's manual, and that's how you do it first service.
Okay.
So I got back from the test ride. Looks like all the fluids stayed where they're supposed to. That's always a good thing. Rev limiter is way gone.
Yes.
Awesome. Quick shifter auto blipper's working great. Brakes felt great. So last thing we got to do is just finalize our checklist. Today's date, we got the 6th.
6th, yep.
At 402 miles.
2 days after buying it.
And then we're going to put in our next service is going to be in a year in 2020. And at 6,000 miles.
Outstanding.
Sign it.
Sweet.
This is up. And a
Stamp.
And now good to go. Warranty's intact.
All right.
Everybody's happy.
Yes.
Thanks for tuning in.
Awesome. Thanks,
Definitely
Zach.
check out this season of Build Series. It's going to be top notch. We'll have
Yes.
2 top notch bikes. It's going to be super difficult to choose. I'm glad I can't win either because I don't have to choose.
Exactly. I'm happy too.
Yeah. So it's going to be awesome. Stay tuned. We'll catch everyone in the next video.
All right. Thanks, Zach. For season 5, we're going to pull forward and have the 2020 S1000RR or the 2019 Aprilia RSV4 1100 factory. One lucky individual will have to pick which bike he or she wants, and the other bike I will keep and use in another new bike build series. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. If you're currently a subscriber, tap that bell and you'll be notified when new content is uploaded. It's time to get the heck out of here. We got Chris working on the RSV4, just finishing up over there. It's ready to go. The 2020 S1000 is ready to go. Next stop, Ducati Detroit, where we're gonna put our stock bikes on a dyno to see which one reigns supreme. Thank you guys so much for supporting the new bike build series. We'll catch you guys next time.